Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to crochet this coin purse with scallop design. It's a free pattern I saw on Pinterest. It's very easy to make and I hope you enjoy watching until the end of this video. To start this project, I'll be using 2.5mm crochet hook, and this is an Indofill 4-ply yarn in cream color. So first, we're going to make a magic ring, and then we're going to chain 3. Chain 3 counts as 1 double crochet, and then we're gonna work 9 more double crochets into the ring. So dun sa mga gumagamit ng Indofill 4-ply yarn, minsan nagko-complain sila na sumasabit-sabit using a much smaller hook. If you're a beginner, yun, medyo may konting struggle sa umpisa, but once you get used to it, dun mo ma-appreciate yung ganitong klaseng yarn. And kaya naman ito ang nire-recommend ko on my channel, especially to those who are starting to crochet, kasi isa sa mga pinaka-affordable na yarns. And of course, if you're a beginner and you don't want to spend much on the premium yarns, yung mga nasa 300 plus per roll or per skein or per cake. So I suggest na magandang investment din to, kasi maganda rin naman ang quality niya, made of acrylic din naman siya. So for me kasi, if you're on a budget and kasi mahal din naman ang labor talaga ng mga handmaids. Alright, so once you have 10 double crochets in total, you're going to pull this yarn tail here, and then we're gonna end the round with a slip stitch on top of the third beginning chain. So make sure dun sa top ng chain 3 ilagay yung slip stitch dun, kasi pag sa second double crochet, so mamamali na yung bilang for the next round. So make sure you work a slip stitch dun sa 2 loops. Yan. So once you have 10 double crochets, into the next round, we're gonna work a chain 3, which will count as 1 double crochet. Into the same stitch, we're gonna work another double crochet. So into every stitch, we're gonna work an increase or 2 double crochets into every stitch around. So once you have 20 double crochets in total, we're gonna end the round with a slip stitch on top of the third beginning chain. So now we're gonna work the next round. So for round 3, we're gonna chain 3, and then we're gonna work an increase into the second stitch. One double crochet into the next, 2 half double crochets into the next, now into each of the next 3 stitches we're going to work 1 single crochet, 2 3. And we're going to mirror that by working 2 half double crochets into the next stitch, one double crochet into the next, two double crochets into the next, and then one double crochet into the next. So as you can see, we're forming an oval shape for round 3, and then we're going to mirror it again by working a double crochet into the next, one double crochet into the next, two half double crochet into the next stitch. Into each of the next 3 stitches, we're gonna work one single crochet, 2, 3. Now we're gonna do 2 half double crochets into the next stitch. That's an increase. One double crochet into the next stitch, and finally we're gonna work 2 double crochets into the very last stitch. So this way we're forming an oval base for the coin purse. And to end the round, we're gonna work a slip stitch on top of the chain 3. So make sure na dito nyo ilalagay sa pinaka top ng 3rd beginning chain. Ito yung chain 3 natin na una na counted as 1 double crochet. So para hindi kayo mamali ng bilang. Okay, so now we're done. We're gonna move on to round 4. Okay, so for round 4, we're gonna start by chaining 3. Parang uulitin lang natin yung round 3. So into the next stitch, we will work 2 double crochets. Next is we're gonna work 1 double crochet, and into the next stitch we're gonna work an increase. We're gonna work 2 half double crochets. Yeah. So in the previous round we have worked 1 single crochet into each of the next 3 stitches. So in this round we're gonna work 1 single crochet into each of the next 7 stitches. So we have 1 already, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Yeah. And then into the next stitch we're gonna work 2 half double crochet, and then 1 double crochet into the next stitch, 2 double crochets into the next one, and then 1 double crochet into the next. So this is, we're almost halfway there. So on this side we're gonna do, or we're going to mirror what we did on this side. So into the next stitch we're gonna work 2 double crochets, and then 1 double crochet into the next, 2 half double crochets into the next stitch. This is the increase area, and then just like on this side we're gonna work 1 single crochet into each of the next 7 stitches. So we have 2 already, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Into the next stitch, we're gonna work 2 half double crochets. 1 double crochet into the next, and finally into the very last stitch, we're gonna work 2 double crochets. And then to end the round, we're gonna work a slip stitch on top of the 3rd beginning chain. So this is what it looks like. Now for the next 4 rounds, all we have to do is work 1 double crochet into every stitch. So to start, we're gonna chain 3. Into the next stitch, we're going to work 1 double crochet. So 1 double crochet into each stitch around, and then we will be repeating that until we have 8 rounds in total. So this is the 5th round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will need 3 more rounds of 1 double crochet into each stitch. So I'll show you what it's going to look like after we reach the 8th round. So I did 5 rounds, and you can do less if you want, or more if you want to turn this one into a pencil case. Now the next step is we will make the flap, or yung pinaka-cover ng coin purse. So we will be working in rows from here on, and you don't need to fasten off because we will continue working. Chain 3, which counts as 1 double crochet, and then 1 double crochet into each of the next 16 stitches. Once done, then we're going to chain 3, turn, this is for row 2, and then into each of the next stitches we're going to work 1 double crochet. So you should have 17 double crochet in total on 2nd row. For row 3, we're going to chain 2, turn, and then 1 double crochet into each of the next stitches. Now once we get to the last 2 remaining stitches, we're going to do 2 double crochets together. Once done, the next step would be we're going to add a buttonhole for the 4th row, and you can skip this one if you don't want to add a buttonhole, or you want to add another kind of closure like snap button. So we're gonna chain 2 and then turn 1 double crochet into each of the next 6 stitches. So we will, once we get to the middle part, we're going to chain 1 and skip one stitch to make the buttonhole. Once you get to the last 2 stitches, you're gonna work 2 double crochet together. So this will decrease the last stitch, the last 2 stitches, and it will form like a triangular shape for the flap. And then for row 5, we're gonna chain 2, 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and then continue working 1 double crochet into each stitch except for the last 2 stitches wherein we're going to do 2 double crochet together again. Now for the final round, we're just going to chain 1 and turn, and then into the next stitch we're going to work 1 single crochet, work 1 single crochet into each of the next 6 stitches. So when we get to the last 2 remaining stitches, we are going to work a decrease or 2 single crochet together. So in here, I'm into my last 2 stitches wherein we're gonna do 2 single crochet together. So we're almost done. This is the final row. We're gonna chain 1 and then we're gonna fasten off. So the next 2 rounds would be working a scallop edging around the flap, going to the other side of the coin purse. So we're gonna start on this side, and then we're gonna use a different kind of yarn. In here I have used white for the scallop edging as well. So to start, we're going to work a chain 1. So we're gonna join the white yarn and then 1 single crochet into the same stitch as where we placed our chain 1, and then into the next stitch, which is along the first row of double crochets. We're gonna do our second single crochet. Now for every row, we're going to work 2 single crochets. So on this side, we should have a total of 10 single crochets in total. Now as you can see, we have about 10 single crochets on this side, and it should be 10 single crochets when you finish. Now when you get to the middle part, on the first stitch there should be 2 single crochets and then 1 single crochet into each of the next 7 stitches across. So this is the middle area of the flap. So make sure that you have 7 stitches into the middle area here, and then once you get to the last stitch, work 2 single crochets. So now I'm into my last stitch, wherein I will add 2 single crochets. Once we get to the opposite side, we're gonna do the same, which is 2 single crochets into each row. So the next side should have the same total amount of stitches with the other side that we did a while ago. So there should be 10 single crochets along this side as well. So now we have 10 single crochets on this flap, and now we will just keep working 1 single crochet into each stitch until we get back around. So once we get back around, we're going to work a slip stitch on top of the first single crochet made. So now we're on the final round. We're going to chain 1 single crochet into the same stitch, and then to make the scallop stitch we're going to chain 3 and then work a double crochet into the single crochet, and then we'll be skipping 2 stitches or 2 single crochets, 1, 2, and then into the third stitch we're gonna repeat by working a single crochet. We're going to chain 3 again, and then we're going to work a double crochet into the single crochet. So we will keep repeating that until we get to the other side of this flap. Now once we get to the end of this flap, we're gonna work a strap. So as you can see, this is what it looks like. You can use different colors for the scallop edging, or you can use the same color if you would like. So for the strap, after working a single crochet, we will just work chain 40, or you can work more chains if you want. Now, once you get to the 40th chain, or after chaining 40, work a single crochet into the very next stitch, chain 1, and you can cut off the yarn now. So after cutting off the yarn, you may now weave in all the ends to secure. So after weaving in all the ends, the last part is sewing the button, which is the easiest part. And make sure it's not too small or not too big for the hole. Now, this one is great to make. It's a great idea for making pencil case as well. You can work a few more rounds from round 5 onwards, or you can just simply turn this one into a souvenir such as a coin purse, or you can use this as an earphone holder, and many more. Thank you so much guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!